You're listening to the ACT podcast. You better like my daddy's show, you creeps.
All right, welcome to the ACT podcast. I am your host, Anthony Christian DeFoya. Joined in real life for the first time meeting each other is Danny DJ Schreiber and Noah. And we're not going to do that other bit again because it just feels forced now.
Yep.
But if you hear me refer to him as Nolan, there's a funny story behind it, which you won't ever hear.
Never. Ever. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Well, we're doing this the day after Charlie Kirk was murdered, and so I feel like we have to bring that up. I think I safely speak, right? We're all fans of Charlie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's pretty distressing to see. Major loss. I don't know. I think I kind of just want to touch on the fact, like, we know it's horrific. We know it's terrible. And if you're happy about it, you're probably a terrible person.
Yeah.
And you should be put on an FBI watch list. Really. I don't think there's any way around it, right?
Yeah. No, you're fucking
We have to start clamping down on, the asylums running the patients running the asylum.
Well, it's not even that. I mean, when we got the Charlie Kirk getting murdered, and then we got the what is her name? That one Ukrainian chick that got stabbed in the neck. Yeah. I mean, we got all that and all those people. The
church shooting 2 weeks ago.
Church shooting. But I don't know. There feels like a lot of division, going on right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you think about it, Daniel? I mean, what's your perspective? Because you're not super online, right?
Right.
From my perspective, I see it as a super kind of left issue. like the far left fringe.
Sure. Well, I mean, in a way, I try not to look at it from that lens because then that just creates more division. You know what I mean?
Oh, sorry.
Which I would hope that he I don't think would want his death to create more division.
No.
Right.
No.
Even though whoever did this, which they're still at large, right?
Yes. I have not seen any news that the guy's been caught yet.
No confirmed case.
And someone like this who does something like this doesn't seem to have any idea that what they're doing is just making everything worse, right?
Yeah.
Which is interesting. But
see, I disagree with you on that. I think they know exactly. They have to know that it's going to make it worse.
you think so?
What's going to make it worse?
That killing Charlie Kirk would create more problems for their side?
Just in general. I mean,
For the left.
Right.
Not only for the left, but just in general. I don't know why you would think that killing somebody would make it calmer, right?
No.
Like if me and you are getting into an argument,
Yeah.
and you have a dog, and I just go up and kill your dog, it's probably not going to make the argument any better.
Make it a little bit worse.
You're probably going to be like, why'd you fucking kill my dog?
I'm a little biased.
I feel a little irritated by this.
Right.
And I'm not trying to compare Charlie to a dog, but I'm saying, I generally violence like that doesn't ever solve it. Now, I am a proponent that, like, me and you can get in a fight and, like, punch each other and make that could go okay, right?
Yeah.
As long as it's just like fists.
Right.
I punched one guy in the face and we were still friends.
Right. I mean, I got into fight. I mean, me and Daniel have gotten in fights, right?
Yeah, a
And
long
me and my
time
brother
ago.
have gotten in fights.
Yeah.
And it generally made things better.
Yes.
Right.
Makes you closer.
But not murdering people.
Yeah. Yeah, murder.
Yeah.
Murder seems to be the definitive line.
That's where we draw the
Like a
line.
bit much.
No, it's terrible. Yeah. I don't know. I'm hoping, like, if there's any way to be optimistic about it, it's like that in the history books, he's going to end up, I mean, obviously he's just going to be a martyr now.
Oh, yeah.
Where he ends up like an MLK kind of situation or Malcolm X, where it's like people can look back and say, like, that is a turning point to where we had to realize what we were doing had gone so far.
That was my first thought was MLK. I was like, okay, he's like the first white MLK.
Yeah. I think it's...
And it was recorded.
MLK, whatever.
In 4K.
MLK and whatever. He had the civil rights stuff and all that, right? I really felt like Charlie, more than anything, is a martyr for Christ, right? Like 100%.
He actually said that on video one time. Somebody asked him, what would you want people to remember about you if you had died, if you got killed? And he actually said on tape, I would want to be known for my faith. So I was like, oh, okay.
Well, and that's the first thing, I don't know about you two, but that's the first thing that came to my mind was that here was a guy that was a tremendous Christian.
Yeah.
Who really, I don't know about you, Daniel. I don't know what your religious background is, but for like me, he was kind of what I always heard was the example.
Yeah.
I never saw it.
No.
I never saw that put into practice. And I certainly never heard anybody articulate it the way he had.
No, I grew up Christian, like grew up that way, like raised it. And no, he was a really good example, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, where
he stood for debate in a way that like it's really lost in this day and age where it's like, regardless of his political beliefs, right? He was such a big proponent of people not shouting at each other.
Yeah.
Him not lowering himself to the lowest common denominator of the people who would come up and attack him. He would always find an articulate way to respond to them. He would give them a chance to respond.
Right.
He would say, I don't agree with you, but I respect your beliefs. So he was a proponent of that sort of like ideal that I hope that people can take that and be like, there's this guy, there was a man that was trying to create discourse and he was murdered for that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they
so-
literally
You know what I
killed
mean?
the guy that said,
Yeah,
we can
sure.
talk about it.
Beliefs.
He was trying to create actual civil discourse and solve problems.
Yeah.
And someone killed him.
Yeah. He was
You know what I mean?
one of the only people to try and like actually
Yeah.
like solve issues
It's crazy.
with words.
Right.
With words.
I
He
think
got
the
killed.
thing, though,
Yeah.
about him, though, too, though, is that, again, going back to his faith, is that he really did kind of live out his political philosophy was so deeply rooted in his theological philosophy,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I think that's what shone through, right?
Definitely.
And, like, he didn't play the hippie Jesus card, right?
No. Not
He
at all.
was like, no, there's rules. There's like Jesus doesn't just love you for being whatever you are and
Yeah.
doing whatever you are and
Oh,
whatever you want, right? It was like, no, that's not good. You probably shouldn't do that. But
Yeah.
I understand why you think that, and I understand why you feel that way. This is probably the right way to do it, right?
Yeah.
I think that probably ticked off whoever did this the most, right?
Probably.
Was that he had true compassion.
Yeah.
And he was such a free thinker, which it seems like this always happens to the free thinkers, where he was like, you guys don't all need to go to university. You guys don't need to all, you guys
Yeah.
can self-teach yourself. He goes, he explained how he would just learn through reading. He would learn through watching. He would learn through absorbing these things. And he became very knowledgeable on his own accord. And he would tell people all the time that you could just do that and you don't need to be afraid to do that.
He was kind of a philosopher, like,
Yeah.
if you think about it like that,
Yeah. Yeah, he really was.
So again, in that way, it kind of makes you realize that he was anti the establishment that we have now, because people don't want to hear that kind of stuff. They want you to,
They'll kill you for it.
they'll kill you for it, I guess.
He was kind of anti-establishment, but he was also pretty establishment, right?
In a way, yeah.
Like, he was kind of the most mainstream guy out there.
Well, because he was very down to earth and like, well, capitalism is the best way,
Yeah.
that I know, and my faith is he had his.
And he
He was
believed
firm
that
in all of
the
his beliefs and
institutions
ideals.
could
Yeah.
be fixed,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Like, and
But he was
that
also-
kind of is the separator between the right and the left right now, is that a lot of the left wants to just destroy the institutions. Some of the people on like the horseshoe theory, right, want to kind of destroy the institutions too. And it's like, well, that's great, but what are you going to replace it with that's better,
Yeah.
right? Instead of just fixing the actual problem, you want to just completely take it out, and then we'll just trust you that you'll just put something better in place, right? That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah. It is.
Who's going to do that? Who do we have? Maybe Charlie Kirk was the only one that was like the closest to what our founding fathers brought to the table, right? Like,
He was too close.
really? I mean, seriously, when you think about the foresight he had and the wisdom and the way he talked about things,
Yeah.
it was so well thought out. That's really kind of what you think about when you think about the founding fathers. Is like, well, that's why this line's brilliant in the Constitution, because it's kind of taking care of some of this stuff, right? And it's
Definitely. Yeah.
taking care of that this issue might come up at some point in time. Yeah, it's really it's pretty tragic.
It was. Yes.
Did you see the video?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
which one? The bad one or the?
Someone
They're both bad, but
Yeah, they're both bad.
I saw
but
two.
one from a distance and one.
Yeah, I saw
like,
one up close,
right
and that
in
was
front
the
of me.
one
Yeah.
that it
Well,
really
someone-
did. It disturbed me.
Super like irresponsibly just showed it to me at work, like I think it's probably something you should probably be like, hey, do you want to see this?
You have to ask.
You know what I mean?
You have to ask.
Yeah.
Because this guy,
I did
is
that.
like, he's like, did you hear about Charlie Kirk? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, did you see this? And he just shows me the video of him getting
With the
shot
blood.
in the
now,
neck with the
now
blood.
I feel bad because
And
I
I was
did
like,
send it to Anthony.
I was like, well, thank
I
you
sent it to you.
for haunting me for the next week. Like,
I didn't even ask.
I don't
you.
really
Did
like
you
to
send
see
it to me?
Literal
I did.
death.
I didn't even.
Well, yeah, I can already imagine it, but yeah, I did see it.
Well, when I found it, because me and my boss were watching it on the TV, and she came up and she's like, "Oh my God, I know that guy, right?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, like crazy." I didn't see, so I pulled up X right away. I looked it up, and I saw the first video from far away, and I was like, "Oh my God, maybe he's okay,
Yeah.
right? Like maybe."
Maybe.
But I was like, Jesus, like if anything, like it's probably put a hole in his chest, right? Because that's what it looked like. Then I scrolled down a little bit and I saw the close up one. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like shaken by it, you know?
Yeah.
And she goes, what? And I said, it's really graphic, but I don't think he's alive.
No, he's dead.
And she was, let me see, right? So I did share,
Yeah, if someone says, let
she
me
was
see.
like, let me see. And I was like, it's really bad. Like,
Yeah.
There's some blood in it.
yeah, it's like, it's really fresh. Like it's not anything that, it's going to leave your mind.
It's most like a high definition kill video I may have ever seen, or like just death straight up.
Yeah, and I almost wonder if that's the worst part about it, right? Is that they kind of turned his death into a snuff film for maniacs.
Yeah.
It really is kind of like
Yeah, immediately.
it's just out
like,
there.
Yeah.
Well, and Jolene was talking to me too about the fact that his kids could stumble upon it at any time in their lives.
Dude, I couldn't
Like it's
imagine.
there.
Well, that's the age we live in now, huh?
Yeah. Seriously. Just
It's
watch your
like-
dad get fucking zapped in the neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his wife, and some asshole's gonna make a picture out of it and throw it up on
Make it into a meme or something.
make it into a meme.
Oh, it's already happening. It's
Oh,
already
is it
happening.
really?
Oh yeah. No, it's happening. And there's
That's
there's-
crazy.
That's what the world is now. That's
and
insane,
there's
yeah.
people on like TikTok.
Now, not to be divisive, but what type of people are doing this?
Sociopaths. Psychopaths.
But what kind of the political side?
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Daniel's like, God damn it.
No.
No, I don't. I do think.
You know what? I want to say something about the media too, because when I was
Yeah.
listening,
Well, let's not forget this real quick.
No.
The media, 5 days up till his death, we're dragging this dude in the mud,
yeah,
calling him a racist, telling people that he was calling for white America to rise up and all
Yeah.
this
they're
stuff.
just doing their normal
Terrible,
thing.
terrible things.
Yeah.
Completely shitting on him. I'm sorry, but what were you going to say?
I mean, everyone knows about, that's the way the media is,
Yeah.
And then as soon as he dies, it's like, oh, it's a horrible tragedy, and we're praying for him. It's
Even though they
like-
were just blowing him up.
yeah,
A few
but
days ago, yeah.
when they were talking to some survivors, when I had turned it on, I was trying to figure out if he was alive or dead, and it hadn't been confirmed yet, but they were talking to some people who were there. And then as they were explaining what was going on and what their experience was, it's like someone had to tell her to say this, obviously, but like the newscaster lady is like, she starts like giving them these questions, and she's like, well, we realized there wasn't really a lot of security at the venue. Like, how do you feel about the lack of security? Like, how does that make you feel? And it's like she was diverting the conversation, which you can tell that they do that all the time.
Yeah.
Where
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
and it starts becoming. She's like, oh, my producer's saying I have to try to turn this into some sort of gun control thing,
Yeah.
or like the
Yeah.
lack of security is why he was killed, not the instability of the person who was doing it, because any person can, what are we going to have security everywhere in the entire world? Like, that's not the issue. You know what I mean?
I was listening to Ben Shapiro talk about it yesterday when it was happening, and he said I just don't think we can do outdoor events anymore.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like he said the president was almost shot, Charlie was shot
Yeah.
in these outdoor events. He goes, I don't think we should stop going to the campuses. He's like, and we're gonna lose something in that. We're gonna lose something in the debate, but it's gonna have to be in a more controlled environment.
It has to be.
He's like,
See, that scares me though, because it's like that way of thinking is where that's a slippery slope, and then that's where
that's kind of what they want.
that's where they get the control,
Oh yeah.
because they put the fear into you, and then it's like it's so hard because it's like you want to fight it and be like, no, if we'd stop doing these open events and we start putting all this security and we start,
It's all like a domino effect.
If we start giving in to the fear, then where does that take us?
So
what you know what I mean?
Maybe
Not that I have the solution. I'm just saying that could be bad too.
Yeah, that's just like you're thinking about it. Yeah.
Well, what do you guys think about this idea? I saw. I mean, not that he's my news source, but I am worried about this, right? Like reporting and stuff like that, like saying whatever, not because I'm worried about disinformation or whatever. I don't want to look like a fool, but I saw Kurt Schilling. Yes, that Kurt Schilling, the baseball player, the guy who should be in the Hall of Fame, by the way, former Arizona Diamondback, Kurt Schilling.
Let's go.
Yeah, World Series winner,
co-MVP. Yeah, why is he not in the Hall of Fame? But he's a prominent right wing guy. He was talking about it, and he was. I don't know if he was just making his own connections to it, or if he had heard somebody else say it. I mean, I heard a guy yesterday who was a former FBI guy saying it looked like a professional hit to me because it was well planned out. And then Kurt, though, was saying, he said the fact that the guy literally asked him about trans shootings, and then 2 seconds later he gets shot in the neck when he's trying to answer it.
Yeah.
He's like, was that a setup? Like, were those two people in cahoots with each other? Like, you get up to the microphone,
maybe
you ask him the question, and then that's when I'll fire, right?
It seemed a little time, didn't it?
Like, it did seem a little time.
It's possible.
It was right when he was.
Is that conspiracy theory?
A little bit,
or is that just?
I mean, it is unfounded still. Like it could be, but it could not be.
But there's also videos of the guy behind Charlie going like this.
I saw that.
It's going to turn into the JFK thing. It's going to.
It's got a little bit of that vibe. Now, like Noah brought up. He said that there's a slow mo video that somebody was seeing something else. He did have a microphone on his neck for his YouTube channel, right?
People thought he
a lot of people thought that was an extra gun bullet going through, and then some people thought it was the guy behind him shooting him and whatever. I didn't see all that. I don't. It looks like he got shot in the neck from a distance to me, right? Especially when you see that second video, the one with the damage.
Yeah, that
one, it just looks like a straight shot. But it is weird that there's two guys behind him
doing movements
like baseball signs, and then maybe that's his security going like, "We okay over there?" Like, because they're watching a crowd.
It could be.
I don't know, but it is weird.
They're gonna have to talk to all those people.
And then the other guy, right? This is what Kurt Schilling brought up too. He said that the fact that they immediately grabbed this other guy,
I did think
who
that
was putting up a struggle.
Yeah.
Who was saying, I don't have to speak. I'm not going to say anything. Right? But
it was weird. That was
giving
weird.
in to being arrested, but then also throwing up a fit for being arrested, right? Like a diversion.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is that conspiratorial to think that maybe 3 or 4 people got together and said, if we could execute this plan to let you get away.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
But
we'll just be people in the crowd.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, a lot of people think that is what happened with JFK too, is it was planned out. There's multiple people there, and it does make sense because it worked.
Yeah,
and the guy got away.
Yeah,
so whatever they were doing, it was planned out well enough that it actually succeeded.
Do you think it was like a pre-planned?
It probably wasn't a lone. It wasn't just the guy like with Trump that just grazed him and then got killed.
Yeah. Do you think it was like pre-planned, as in like sparking like a civil war type situation?
I don't know.
Right now, this one.
Yeah. I think it may be. I think it may be.
I think we're already in a civil war.
Yeah, but it's
guerrilla warfare, though. This is what it's going to be. We're not going to get on lines. We're not going to get on a firing line and take on a bunch of purple-haired weirdos. I mean, we're just not. They won't do that.
Yeah.
This reminds me of like Mel Gibson in The Patriot. Like, I'm going to hide in the woods with my hatchet, and while you walk by, and then I'm going to brutally murder you.
Right.
And I'm going to attack your kids. I mean, literally in The Patriot. I mean, the British come in and just burn that church down with the people in it, right? I mean, it's sharing that similar kind of feeling of like guerrilla warfare. Like, we're just going to take you out like this. We're just going to do these sneak attacks, right? I mean, it is confirmed that the guy has some sort of ideology that is of the left, right? I mean, he carved in.
Well, I was gonna say that we don't know that because that's the whole thing with the JFK thing, is that it was a lot of people think it was orchestrated by the government for other ideas, and we don't know who killed him yet. So it could be made to look like it's someone from the, you know what I mean?
Oh, but I see the thing with the JFK thing is I do believe that Oswald, was it Oswald?
Yeah.
Who was it?
Something.
Who's the other guy? Who's Jack Ruby?
He was, I have to watch that again. Can't remember.
Jack Ruby's the guy who shot Oswald.
Yeah. Okay.
Who's the guy that shot Reagan?
There's another guy. Yeah.
We're really on top of it, right?
I don't know. Yeah.
No.
We know it's
Who was that guy, though? I want to say Jodie Foster, but anyway, no, he was in love with Jodie Foster that shot Reagan, that guy. But, I mean, all the files are out on that. I really do believe it was Oswald that killed JFK, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
What I know about the inscribed book, I mean, the FBI released that information. That they found the bullets and the casings and had trans ideology and, fuck fascists scraped into the casing and stuff that. That's out. Yeah. And Steven Crowder was the one who obtained that. They already
doesn't
subpoenaed
that seem
him.
suspicious?
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
They already subpoenaed him.
It's like, why would you?
Right. Like, doesn't that seem
mark
like they're trying to
yourself?
frame something in a way?
Like, no, look, guys.
But these guys are
Okay.
crazy. I mean,
I'm just saying.
the problem is that with all these trans activists, they're like that.
I know they are.
They're pretty blatant about it.
No.
There doesn't need to be a conspiracy because that's just kind of how they are.
Yeah. I was talking to you earlier about.
I mean, that's why we didn't get the Nashville. That was the conspiracy with the Nashville shooting last year. Remember?
Which one?
During Easter, the Nashville shooter shot up the church school. It was another Catholic school.
I remember.
Yeah.
That the conspiracy there was that they didn't want to release it because it was pure trans propaganda.
Yeah.
And they were like, we don't know who the suspect was. We don't know what they look like.
knew.
We don't know what they identified as. Right? And it took 8 months for them to finally release the stuff. And all the books were just scribbled with all this crazy ideology and stuff. Like, that was the conspiracy in that one. I mean, they are pretty black. I mean, even just now with the one that happened 2 weeks ago. I mean,
Green Hill or.
no, the Catholic Church 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
That person was blatant about it, right?
Is that the same one where they found the rifle and it was like covered in like markings with like, fuck Trump and, all that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just hard for me to trust any of that because you never know who's a plant. You know
So
what I mean?
it's a little strange.
Yeah.
It's
And
a
they're
little strange.
people think so far ahead with this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But why is that? Okay, so that's where I'm having an issue. Why is that hard for you to believe when we saw these videos with Charlie and we've seen
I don't
how
think it's hard to
violent they
believe,
get.
but
We see we've seen the videos out of like Seattle and Oregon. We see how like crazy these activists are,
Oh, yeah.
like, and how violent they are.
Yeah.
Like that to me is the least hard to believe, right?
Yeah. No,
'Cause,
there was those riots in like, California.
Well, 2020. I mean, Portland was rioting for like 2 years after the Black Lives Matter thing.
So crazy.
They're shitting in the streets, and that what was that thing called? That zone?
Yeah, they had a zone
That-
where there was no
the
cops.
autonomous zone,
There was no
Chaz. Filled with rape and
I was
looting.
gonna say it was full of rape and murder, and they were just like, I don't know. I guess
There's
there's
a
just
utopia.
the rape murder block. Stay out of it, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, remember that? Do you remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
That was crazy.
Did you hear about the? But did you hear that there was people getting pulled into vans? Did you hear about this? Like there was eyewitness reports of people being like, "Yeah, that dude got pulled into a van," and we never,
Yeah, Chaz.
it was in Portland, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking weird. It was fucking
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
yeah. I don't know what to think about it. I don't know. I really don't.
I think that there's a deeply embedded gang in the country.
Could be. Yeah.
I do. I think there's. Listen, I mean, we want to act like we don't have things like MS-13 and shit like that here. We do. And it's Antifa and it's stuff like that. It's really.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that like Proud Boys gets labeled like this and whatever. The problem with like right wingers is that they're generally too lazy to be radicalized.
Yeah.
And if they are, they're pretty blatant about it themselves, right?
Uh-huh.
Like the people on the extremes are the extremes. It was kind of like now I did hear some left wing commentators talking. I heard I forgot. I wish I knew what his name was. He was talking about it, and he said He's famous. Ethan Klein, is that right? Does that sound like a YouTuber anybody knows?
I'm not sure.
I think it's Ethan Klein. But he was saying, he was pretty upset about the Charlie Kirk thing. And he said, this is so stupid. He's like, we're the same people that cheered everybody on, or cheered on that Luigi Mangione for getting shot or for shooting that CEO in the head.
Yeah.
And he said, but I keep trying to tell my side, what did that accomplish? Like, did the insurance change?
No.
Did the system change?
No.
Or did you just kill that guy and take him away from his family?
Nothing that I know of changed.
Right.
I can't think of
And
anything
everybody that I know that is in alignment with Kirk is like, oh, no, we're doubling down now. Right? So, like, this didn't actually change anything.
The murder of Charlie Kirk?
The murder of Kirk didn't, like, Ben flat out came out and said, fuck you. We're going to do all the campuses now. Michael came out and said, Michael Knowles came out and said, we're gonna still do the campus tours. Riley Gaines, who was working with him, we're gonna keep doing this. All these guys are just doubling down on, Alex Jones, obviously. He was like, oh, yeah. He's like, oh, we're in it, man.
They're turning the fucking frogs.
Yeah, he's like, we're not putting down. You did a good job, Charlie. We got it from here.
He's going to be eating good for the next couple of years.
Yeah. He's like, Alex is ready to go.
You know who we need back? You know who we need back?
Oops. I slammed that table hard, huh?
We need Kamala Harris back. I'm saying
she's on a book tour right now.
Are you fucking with
Yeah,
me?
she's back. That's how boring she is, right? Hasn't made any news.
I had no idea. I was just fucking with you. I had no idea. That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
for
hilarious.
real.
That's hilarious. That's funny.
No, for real. She's on a book tour.
That's crazy. Why? Like, what book?
Do
you know?
Hold on, I know this answer.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
It's fucking weird though.
107 days.
On what?
Is it like a nonfiction
It's a
thing,
real
or
book.
does she write a novel?
It's fictitious.
Oh, it's fictitious.
No, it's about her big giant fumble.
Oh, awesome.
I know that, because I remember I read something about it. There's an excerpt in the book where she blatantly blames Joe Biden for still actually living, but being dead, and that was it.
That's crazy.
That's what
she's honest, I guess.
Yeah, I mean that was a little
Blame
bit.
people for being alive.
I mean,
Fuck you.
I mean, she wasn't very good on her own right.
Yeah.
Everybody kept saying if she had more time. I was like, I think it would have been a bigger win if she would have had more time. Honestly.
Oh man.
I just don't understand how anybody took.
I mean, you saw her change her
seriously.
personality on like every other news show. Did you see that?
Honey, I don't know what you talking about.
Yeah. And she was like Jamaican at one point or something. I could have sworn she was like, "Hello, man." I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck? Who are you?"
Yeah.
That's our president.
Well, Hillary
That's what
did
we
that
need.
too. Actually, I have that sound clip. Hillary did that. Remember, Daniel?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you
remind me.
serious? Are you serious? We got a Hillary.
We got a Hillary.
He has
I
a
know.
bunch of stuff on
I
here.
have this
That's
one because
hilarious.
it
Am I bumping
cracked
your
me
knee?
up.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
no.
bumping- Okay.
Let me see here. No ways to. There we go. Here's Hillary.
I don't feel no ways tired.
She's talking to a black church, and
Are you
so she
serious?
pulled that affect out.
Oh,
I
good.
don't feel no ways tired.
And if you vote for me, I'll
Oh,
get
good.
you a bucket of chicken.
Yeah, so that's our president. That's who we need. We need someone who will chameleon their way to the top. That's
Yeah.
what we need.
Yeah, code switching. They call it code switching.
Code switching.
Yep.
Yes, we need a code switcher.
Jasmine Crockett does that too. I don't know if you're aware of Jasmine Crockett. She's
No.
good looking black senator, but she's nuts. And when she's talking to, like regular people, she talks like this. When she's talking to other groups of people, she's like, "Oh, hell no, baby. No.
Oh,
No,
good.
Mr. Trump's is bad." Like, literally, it's that bad. I'm not exaggerating. That's how stereotypical and awkward it is.
Can I give you a riddle? I would love to give you a riddle.
What is it?
All right. I want you to know This would probably be terrible for my future.
I love how Daniel's looking at me like, you're just making it more divisive.
No, this isn't divisive.
I just like that you just like can I tell you a riddle?
No, I have a really.
That's the point of drunk he's at right
I
now.
have a really good riddle. I just pulled out my like fourth beer. Here's my riddle.
Okay.
They're loud and obnoxious. They like music that rhymes. They're a fraction of the population, and they commit half the crimes. What demographic is it?
I'm not answering that, Noah.
Oh, okay.
I know the answer. What's the answer?
I don't want to say it.
Jehovah's Witnesses?
I mean, if you're
you
looking
know
at
the
the
answer,
statistics.
put it in the comments. Don't do that. You're going to be put on a list.
Yeah, don't do that. You'll be put on a list as soon as Trump leaves office.
Terrible. I'm so sorry. You look so uncomfortable.
I thought there was
going to
be some sort of like, you know,
Like a joke?
yeah,
I think it was
alternate answer that
No.
subverts our expectations.
That would have been good. but
No.
I don't. Yeah, no, it's
No,
a-
it's the expectation.
one answer.
It's the answer.
I apologize. I'm sorry, guys. That's my bad.
No, it's perfect.
Well, you know, the thing is, like, again, I know, I always do this, right? I say, I don't want to get too political. I don't want to do whatever. And then I go down this rabbit hole. But I think we're having kind of a real conversation about it. Daniel's probably the most level-headed out of me and you know.
100%. I just pulled out a fucking riddle. I'm sorry about that.
I just took a Ritalin.
Did you?
I should be on
one?
Ritalin.
Yeah.
I liked Ritalin.
Have your
Anyway,
old stash from grade school.
yeah. Still in my shoes.
Did you have a riddle you wanted to drop?
No, I wish.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, are we taking it too far? You're the arbiter of truth in this discussion.
Have we
Daniel.
gone too far?
Well, I mean, not
No.
even just too far,
I
but
mean,
like,
well.
are we being unfair or?
I think it's just going to take some time, you know.
Well, what's the way forward? We're the citizens. What's the way forward? We're the citizens.
You know-
I know I'm going to treat people.
I know I was trying to say that I would like to hope to be optimistic, but like in all honesty, I feel like it's probably going to get even worse before it gets better.
I was talking to some people. They said the same thing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think,
think we all feel
I don't
that.
think this is the end of this kind of stuff. Like I think the history books will show, you know, hopefully if things continue and
Yeah.
and kind of rebound like we hope they will, and like they have done throughout history, you know, sometimes we can feel hopeless, but things can get better, hopefully.
Well, I'll
come
speak
back.
for myself.
But I think right now it's a pretty dark time.
I'm going to go around.
Yeah, this is bad.
I feel like I know
what I
Daniel's
mean?
answer, and I hope I know yours. But after that riddle, I'm not sure.
Oh, no.
No, I'm just kidding. If a major Democratic leader or left-wing activist was done like Charlie was, I know that wouldn't make me feel any better about Charlie.
You know,
I don't. That wouldn't make me feel like anything has been accomplished other
Right.
than making it again worse.
Someone's dead.
I do
Yeah,
think that
someone's
there
dead
is a
again.
lot of people who were, you know, self-proclaimed Democrats or left-wingers, and I think this will kind of shake them. Not everyone, but there will be people that are more, you know, moderate left people that I think this is going to probably bother them a lot.
How do you think it's going to bother them, though?
I think maybe wake them up a little bit to the fact that like now people are dying, and maybe we should.
Is it extreme to say
Yeah.
that the news companies
Yeah.
should fire some of their commentators?
I mean,
Because like I'm not a big cancel culture guy, but there are like, you know, like Van Jones comes to mind specifically because of Charlie, because he was kind of dragging his name pretty hard
Yeah.
this last week.
Yeah.
And I think there's a dishonest aspect to it, right? Or like the ladies on The View. Like what good are they doing? And I know people are like, oh, The View, who's watching The View? Like, unfortunately, a lot of people. That's why it's on the air. It gets a lot of media attention.
you know,
And they say some wild, crazy shit on there, you know. And like people go, well, you're saying wild and crazy shit. You know, I don't have the audience that they do like, at all. And I think people can contextually tell that we're not like completely bought and sold, and you know,
Not completely.
we're not dyed in the wool. Yeah, unfortunately not yet. You know, we're not dyed in the wool on our politics, right? I mean, I don't know. You haven't voted in a lot of elections. I have voted for left and right and independent in all my elections. That's
good. Yeah.
And so, I mean, sometimes there's just better candidates that seem better. So I don't think I'm dying the wool in an ideology. I mean, I like to think that I have a pretty similar ideology to what Charlie Kirk had.
Yeah.
But
that's the difference. What scares me is that he was right wing, but like I was saying before, he was so civil about it and so polite about it and so well-meaning about it. And the fact that he got killed shows me that like people aren't even really looking at that anymore. Like they've lost so much sight,
Well, I see people using that term.
People are so tribalized, and it's like, because a lot of people who didn't like Charlie Kirk, or people I've met who said they don't like him, don't even really give him a chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, or they see the way that the media portrays him, just like they portray,
they won't actually watch a video.
Joe Rogan, or same with my, not that I love everything Joe Rogan does, but like, I would watch him and I'd listen to a lot of, if he had someone on, and I thought he was pretty reasonable most of the time, you know, and he has people from both sides, but then the way my parents would perceive him, they thought he was like this conspiracy theory lunatic guy, right? Yeah. And I was like, he's really not that bad. But they're like, oh, well, I've never listened to him. You know what I mean? I'm like, well, there's a lot of people that probably never listened to Charlie Kirk. And thought it was,
frightens people so much to the core that they won't even just listen.
That's what bothers me. It's like, if you're going to pick a side, you have to still listen to the other side.
Well, then we get down to like the tribalism thing,
Because if you don't listen to the other side, then you get blinders on.
Well, the tribalism thing that you're mentioning is like, so I go to a liberal college. We all know this.
Because you go to college.
Yeah, fucking just regular college. Yeah.
That took me a second to get. It's like kind of zoning out. I was thinking about something else, and then I'm like, oh, that's good one.
No, dude, but there's like obviously there's like subcultures and groups, and I've seen them, I've met them, and in those groups are like, if you're listening to anything that we don't agree with, you're out. And people are scared to be out.
It's like an immediate hostility.
Be like me. Don't join any group.
Which is like, it's like what the Nazis
get out of my house.
And they say they're like anti-fascist, and that's like literally like Nazi behavior. Like that's like
communism.
The Nazis didn't want you to hear like that. That's just how they ran everything. You know, they were so self-enclosed, and they, their leaders just spoke to that certain demographic, and they were taught that these other demographics weren't allowed to be part of it. So
they don't see the irony in that. I think the thing that bums me out. The thing that bums me out, and like I think Joe Rogan for the most part is a good faith actor. I think Charlie was a good faith actor. Some people might not know what that term means, but like it just means that there's somebody who has the integrity like and genuine, they have a genuine belief in what they're saying
and
or asking about. Back down, they probably to me, that's a sad part about losing him too. Is that like when you're talking about these ideologies and some of these people, they're just bad faith all around, right? They're just saying it just to say it.
Chameleon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, I'm not thrilled with some of the podcast landscape right now either, right? Because I think we lost a genuinely good guy. Some of these guys I see now that have big podcasts and stuff like that, I think they're pretty bad faith.
Yeah.
And.
Well, even if you
even Tim Dillon the other day, I saw him saying something like, I'm bought and paid for. And what, are you mad? Are you mad about it? I'm like, I don't know why you're like bragging about this, dude.
Why would you brag about that?
He's like, you're just mad because you're not important enough to get invited over to Qatar. And I'm like, okay, good. You're being honest, but you're also saying that you're probably saying stuff that you genuinely don't believe.
Yeah, saying it for
like that's disturbing to me. I'm like, I like this guy.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm hoping other people are realizing that and going like, well, that's fucking weird because he's gotten.
It is,
far more political all of a sudden. Yeah, like him and who's that other one? Andrew Schultz. That one bothers me a lot too. I'm like, that fucking guy.
What did he do?
I just saw him defending that fucking communist in New York. And I'm like, what? And Tim Dillon's like, people are just mad that me and Schulte are getting invited to Qatar. And I'm like, does Andrew want you to say that?
Right.
I'm like, all right. That's
Well, it's hard to know what to believe anymore because so many people are getting bought out. So many people like if you have a mainstream, that's why I'm surprised like people like Joe Rogan. And I mean, I would love to say like, no, Joe got bought out because he's so big. But
I don't think he has, but I
don't
do
think he
think
has
he's
either.
being influenced.
yeah, probably.
There is something different about him. Ever
There is.
since the Trump thing happened, there's something different about him.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's on his own.
Yeah, right. Or
It-
if there's an exterior component.
Maybe he just felt like the weight of, man, I really swung that election.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's hard because like when you're that big, I'm sure people are constantly trying to influence you one way or
yeah.
another. So it's like it
There are certain people,
You know what
though,
I mean?
that like, well, you know, even like, you know, the Douglas Murray thing. I don't know if you saw that debate with him. And
No.
I mean, he kind of did backstab his buddy
Who?
for his other buddy.
Who's backstabbed who?
Joe Rogan backstabbed Douglas Murray for Dave Smith,
Shit.
right, in that debate.
Well, he just did a podcast with Dave Smith.
He's done a bunch of debate podcasts with Dave Smith,
And
but
I
he had done a bunch with Douglas before that.
yeah.
Okay.
Then after that debate happened, then he kind of talked shit about Douglas,
I've seen that a few times.
and
with
it was
Joe.
like, okay, that's your friend though, right?
Yeah. Right.
Like, why are you acting like that now, right? Because he wasn't doing that before. Even if he disagreed with somebody, he would generally talk it out to him. And I thought he would have already had Douglas back on to be like, listen, I don't agree with where you stand on this,
Yeah.
but this is why I was saying that, right? That's Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
But he's kind of like taking these passive-aggressive pot shots at people now when they're not there.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it with Kanye. I've seen it
Yeah.
I've seen it with
Kind of like, and like Tucker Carlson. He's another one.
Yeah.
That guy.
Talk about that because I actually
That guy
don't
is
know about that.
full of shit.
Who, Tucker?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so tell me about that because I don't know about that one.
That guy just, I mean, I can't give you, there's a list of contradictions with that guy. That guy doesn't believe anything. And his argument style is just straw manning the whole way through. Right? And he just shits on people. And then he goes like, well, I like him. Ha ha. Right? Like, oh, we're good friends. Ha ha.
I've only seen one clip of Tucker Carlson.
But he's probably like a Israeli spy. And it's like, what?
Oh.
It's like,
He's kind of unhinged. Like I think he's.
Have you
got
seen that
some
clip
issues.
of Tucker Carlson?
did you see the? I don't know if anybody's seen it, but he did an episode of Matt Walsh, and I'm telling you, the last 15 minutes of that, he was trying to like quietly pull Matt Walsh into like an anarchist worldview, and I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And I was
I
I was almost baffled that Matt wasn't like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, what are you trying to get me into here, right? Like, a minute ago, I thought I was making Daniel uncomfortable, so I said something about it, right? I kind of made a reference to it,
Yeah.
like, oh, am I being too divisive? Daniel was like, no, it's fine, whatever, right? You know, but, like, having some self-awareness that,
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm kind of trying to pull you into an anarchist.
Well, I will say there was this one
Thought.
clip of Tucker Carlson that I did like because this is the only thing I know Tucker Carlson by.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there's it's him covering a story where it was like, you know, I think it was like rape or something, but it was like, you know, this 16-year-old girl or a 17-year-old girl. That's what Tucker Carlson says. And then the other news reporter goes, 17-year-old woman. And then Tucker Carlson
Yeah.
just goes silent. And I thought that was the funniest shit.
Well, no,
I
listen. The thing is that I'm noticing this with these guys because I like them.
yeah.
I used to really like Tucker Carlson. Remember, I used to tell you.
Yeah.
I used to go, Tucker Carlson's pretty good because I'd seen him on some interviews and stuff. Whenever he got fired from Fox and started his podcast,
Yeah.
it started getting weird.
Okay.
And now it's like real weird. Right?
Are you
Like,
seeing a correlation between starting a podcast and getting weird?
yeah.
Well, and just not having to be under that umbrella, you know.
They're not accountable to anybody.
Yeah.
What were
Which
you
is
going to say about
fine.
Tucker? What have you
Yeah, what do you
seen
gotta say
about him
about
that you
Tucker?
said he was
I don't know.
unhinged? He just seems unhinged in general.
Yeah. I mean, he's always seemed kind of like a strange guy, but
Yeah.
I agree with some things he says, and sometimes
Yeah,
not,
some
but-
things he's spot on with.
But he'll go really off the deep end sometimes.
He's like
with some things.
extreme.
I
Yeah.
think so a little.
Okay. I don't know.
He's
anything about
interesting.
him, really.
He's very like eccentric. Like he's not.
Well, I'll give you a great example.
You know.
I mean, you don't have to like Ted Cruz, and you can think politicians suck and whatever, but it was kind of like the Joe Rogan thing. He purported that him and Ted Cruz were friends.
Okay.
Brought him on, and then attacked him relentlessly for like an hour.
He attacked Ted Cruz.
Yeah, for like an hour and a half. And I mean, it was nasty with him, right? Then he had on people in foreign countries. I think he had on the Israeli or not the Iraqi prime minister or something.
Oh,
And it was a softball interview. Softball interview.
no.
Shit like that,
Yeah.
right? Then he tries to clear it up by going, well, we knew we couldn't ask him super. I mean, honestly, his Putin interview was a softball interview. He didn't ask him any tough
Oh,
questions.
shit, he did an interview with Putin.
Yeah, he didn't ask him any tough questions at all. But if you, and maybe it was because he was friendly with Ted. He thought, well, I'll just drag you through the mud. But I mean, he was throwing some nasty shit out there.
That's sad.
Some really nasty shit about Ted. And I was like, okay, whether that's true or not, like, why are you treating your friend like this?
Yeah, why would you attack him? Why would you attack
It'd
him?
be like, oh, well, Noah,
Yeah,
you know, me and you are really good friends, but I happen to know that you are funded by the KKK, right? Like, just be honest with everybody.
Yeah.
Like, why do you care so much about your political career and just come out and tell us that you're funded by the KKK? Like, shit like that.
Yeah.
And it was like,
It's
what-
a lot. It feels like a lot.
yeah. It was just kind of like, why? That bothers me, right? That's something, and through all of that,
felt out of place.
well, yeah, because through all of that, I remember, I was like, wow, Charlie Kirk was kind of trying to keep everybody together. It's kind of like, I don't know if you guys should do that, right? And doing this, whatever, right? He was kind of trying to be, and then he started getting mud slung at him,
Right.
right? And that's the other thing. I might be off on my facts, but I'm more than positive that Tucker did sling mud at Charlie recently, and then
Probably.
was crying about him.
He's pro-Israel.
2 hours later.
whatever, Yeah.
It's not even a matter of being pro-Israel or something. Like, can you guys just get in a room and talk together without being complete?
Well, that's another testament to how Charlie was, is that he did get attacked a lot.
All the time.
And he never really let it get to him the way that a lot of people let it get to them.
He
You know
handled
what I mean?
it so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's such a major loss. Even if you didn't agree with everything he said, he was such a good debater. Seriously, he really was. He was a great
Well,
debater.
even the South Park stuff, he took that
Yeah.
and just handled it like a champ. I mean, he was
That's how
like, it
you're
was
supposed to
hilarious. It was funny. He's like, I must be doing something right.
Yeah.
That's how you're supposed to handle South Park. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get parodied by South Park. Yeah, didn't he make it into his, like,
Yeah, he made it
Icon
his
and
Twitter
stuff.
icon.
That's awesome.
you're supposed to embrace it.
He said, I'm the master debater. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, he got it, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so going back, because everybody might think we went off the rails, but like really, I think Charlie was one of the few truly good faith people that we had on the political scene.
Yeah.
And I detailed all the other people that I've seen issues with, or that I'm curious about why they're doing the things they're doing. And I just think that's a massive, massive loss for dialogue. So where are we on this? What are we gonna do? Because I don't know how you are, but like I meet leftists all the time that completely disagree with me, and I treat them great, and I try and talk to them,
I'm friends with leftists.
and yeah,
I'm friends with some liberals.
I try and keep the politics to a minimum, and every now and then I'll say something in kind of what I think is a clever way
Yeah.
to kind of push them maybe in the right direction when they're not thinking something through, right? And I'm like, okay, that's what I did in my part of that dialogue. But
Yes.
what do you think we need to do?
Oh,
What's our responsibility?
What is our responsibility?
that's a tough question. I don't.
But that's the truth. It's our responsibility.
Yeah, it is.
We
I
have
know.
kids. We have to raise our kids in a certain way to treat people in a way,
I
right?
have no kids. I'm single.
Noah has
mean-
at least 3 kids that don't know that they're his dad.
They're running around somewhere. If you're watching and you're my kid, I'm sorry.
I mean, I think our responsibility, which I've already kind of had this conversation with my child, you know, after this had happened, because she was like, what happened? And I kind of told her. And I think it's just allowing them to understand where you are as far as, you know, what you think happened and why you think it happened and what he died for and why it still matters and why someone being shot like that doesn't mean that people should ever stop doing what he did. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah, it does feel like
And
it
speaking
feels
the
like
way
the
he
First
did.
Amendment got shot yesterday a little bit.
I told her about
Yeah, it did.
about, you know, how he was promoting discourse, how he, and she was like, oh, I've seen him on YouTube before. She's like, I like him. She's like, I didn't really understand all he was talking about, but she's like, he always seemed like he wasn't, I would see videos where people are screaming at each other, and then he was never doing that. She's like, sometimes I would try to, listen to him. And,
Yeah.
she's young. She's not even a teenager yet. But
That's nice that
but,
she was.
But his
doing
videos would kind of draw her in a way. So I just thought that was interesting.
He had a
But
good
I-
vibe about him. Yeah.
Yeah, but I did explain it to her that I was like, yeah, he was one way or another. He was always respectful, and
Right.
and whoever killed him, it's like they were trying to silence him. But
Yeah.
when I brought up some other, so we talked about all of it, how that's happened throughout history, and we can't allow ourselves to be silenced, and we can't allow ourselves to stop trying to have discourse, no matter how hard it may be,
Yeah.
and not let it break down.
We kind of nailed it earlier when you're talking about like fear. Like, don't let the fear stop you.
It's fear. It's all fear. Yeah. Like that.
Oh yeah.
And
100%.
And you nailed it with that. You really did. You really did. Like,
Yeah.
like.
Good job, Daniel.
I think that's really gonna stop. I think that's really gonna stop a lot. I think this murder is gonna stop a lot of people from wanting to talk about what they believe.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest. I don't know if anybody, I don't know if you even know this. I had a video ready to go and I was going to post it, and it was going to post yesterday, and then he got shot, and I was like, I don't want to post it now.
Okay.
So I put out a thing, but I was like, oh man, like, do I want to openly show support for this guy? Because I try not to be too political.
Right.
Right? Like, do I want to show support for him? Because, like, I don't want to, like, put a target on my channel, right?
Right.
And then I was like, oh, fuck it. YouTube's mostly skewing to the right. It's mostly
and
men.
again, regardless of his political,
I shouldn't do that
ideals.
anyway.
it doesn't matter because he's still a person that got murdered, you
Yeah.
know, and it was, you can feel however
Massive
you want
news.
about it. Yeah.
Massive news. I was pretty
It's your right to feel how you want.
I was
Yeah.
pretty shaken by it. I really was, because I'm in this stuff. Daniel knows I'm always listening to political. It's like political
I've been getting more
podcasts.
into it since I've been talking to you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's good. No, it's good. It's really good.
But to me, as him being a young father, you know,
Yeah.
all that stuff, like thinking, anytime I thought about any of that, you know, it just really,
Oh, it got me emotional. Like
Yeah,
Jordan,
I was getting really
or
emotional.
Jolene was talking to me about it. I started getting emotional, and I had to walk out of the room because she's never gonna see me cry.
Never.
Never.
well, anyone who's
Never.
had kids, like you can relate to that on a personal
Well,
level.
the whole thing, yeah.
It's
I mean,
like,
and just the
if
fact
someone took me out and my wife and family had to grow up without me, you know what I mean?
Devastating.
Like they just did that to someone, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, and that's what that family's going through. So you have to
Well,
respect that.
it was everything on top of that. Yeah, it was just the whole thing was. It's like you just killed Mr. Rogers, essentially, right?
Fucking Mr.
You
Rogers.
just fucking killed Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, like the nicest guy.
Yeah,
Like
that's what you did. You fucking animal.
You could fucking
he
slap
was like
him.
Mr. Right. Like he didn't swear. He didn't.
No, didn't drink,
He
didn't
was
smoke.
like, yeah.
You could
He was a
slap
great dude.
slap that dude in the face, and he'd be like, "What's up?"
He would literally turn the other cheek.
Yeah.
Like
What's
he was
going
like
on?
he lived out his, you know, what's it called?
His convictions.
Yeah, his convictions.
I'm
and
not even a
everything.
father. I know you both.
I mean,
are,
we
but,
don't know him
like,
personally,
Yeah.
but everything he put out, I just want to say that he was such a positive kind of force.
But I can imagine how that's more devastating for you guys to feel like for me, I'm like, oh shit, like one of the greatest speakers I've ever witnessed is dead, and then for
Yeah.
you guys, it's more like, whoa.
Well, yeah,
father-
no,
That and the fact that he had a family. You
I don't know
so-
how it is
yeah.
with a daughter, but I have 3 boys, right? And like I immediately texted Sean, who was on the podcast. I immediately texted him because I knew he was going to be upset by it, and he was, of course. You know, there's so few truly positive influences in the world right now.
Yeah.
I'm not even that good of an influence on my kids compared to this fucking guy. You know, like I'm a disaster.
Dude, this dude was the best. This dude was great. This dude was.
Yeah,
great.
I'm a disaster compared to Charlie Kirk. Like my whole life's in a shit show compared to this fucking guy, right? Like so, anybody that could be a positive influence, and young men more than anything need positive influences, and I mean, kind of the ideal image of what it is to be a man was Charlie Kirk, right? Standing tall in your convictions, standing firm on them, having a true belief in God that you were going to be fine no matter what, and having
Yeah, firm belief in God.
Yeah, I mean, just having the wherewithal to stand up for what you believe in, not backing down, not showing cowardice.
Yeah.
That's kind of like right. A lot of people think like what it is to be a man is to look like the Rock and
also-
scream at
Oh,
things
yeah.
and punch things like that. Like this insanely exaggerated idea of
Aggressive,
masculinity.
murder, yeah.
When Charlie was probably the ideal image
Yes.
of what it is to be a man.
Definitely,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah. Because he maintained respect too, and I think that's the thing that a lot
Yeah.
of people miss when they think of what it's like to be the ideal man. It's like this machismo thing, but it's like they forget about
Yeah, are you polite?
the other side of it.
Are you respectful?
Yeah, of actually, like that's actually important. Like being polite, being respectful, being,
Yeah.
Empathetic of
I
other
think my
people.
parents really tried to do that for me, which I really do
I mean-
appreciate. So I think,
He would also
Yeah.
tell other young men like, "No, that's wrong. Like what you're doing right there, that's wrong." Right? I just
Which
saw
I
a video of
love,
him talking
yeah.
to. It was like 2 weeks ago. He did something with like I think it's the Iced Coffee Club or some shit like that. And they were young men. They were like, "I never pay for my date," and he's like, "That's wrong."
Yeah.
that's awesome.
He's like,
Yeah.
"Well, I don't want to waste my money on somebody I'm not gonna date." And he's like, "No, that's your responsibility."
It is your responsibility.
He's like,
You're
"You
a
pay
man.
for the date."
Yeah.
He goes, "You're making a short-term investment to see if you want to make a long-term
I was
investment." Right?
I was just on a date like a few weeks ago, and the girl really tried to pay for the thing. Like it's a thing now. Like I was fully expecting to just walk
Yeah.
up, and she walked up and she started to pull her card out and like taking like almost like overtaking my card. I'm like, dude, let me do this. So it is weird to see like other women being like, no, I'm gonna be the man now. I'm like, whoa. So the roles are shifting.
That's another podcast.
Rules.
We're going to talk about that on another.
We'll do another podcast on that, but just on the idea of that of
No, but you're right.
How what they pass off as equality is actually the roles shifting instead of
Yes.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean
Yeah.
Although I would
It's
love
creating
Jolene
opposite
to be my
inequality.
sugar mama, but for right now, can you get me a beard?
Oh hell
Thank
yeah!
you, baby. But well, Daniel, you got to go, right? We got to wrap it up. I didn't want to even do a full episode on Charlie, but that's okay. I mean, it's kind
It's
of
hard not to talk about
it's
it.
a super
we have
important
to.
thing, and Daniel's right. We can't let these people kowtow us into being afraid. This is a right and wrong issue. You don't shoot somebody for talking,
right.
and
No.
it really is a big loss. It's a big loss for everybody, whether they realize it or not. It's a devastating loss, and I don't think we're gonna have this. Is really kind of we've lived through some defining moments. I remember a few years ago, I was thinking, I thought, our lives have been kind of boring. We haven't had to live through any major wars or anything like that, but we've dealt with some super.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Crazy things.
Columbine was when we were little-ish.
That was
And
that was the start of a new world.
And then we've gotten so desensitized
What's
to all the
today?
shootings, which is what's weird is that
9/11.
yeah. And just to your point, like for whatever reason, I don't know, we'll see if history is with us, but we've been through so many shootings and,
So many.
and for whatever reason, this one has stuck out to me like ever since 9/11, which we grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
This one for sure just felt different to me. It felt like it might be a turning point. You know what I mean?
Right.
It really hit me,
Yeah.
and it really
I think
felt
everybody
like,
felt that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you know what the scary thing is? We felt this last year. When Trump got shot,
Oh man.
we all knew that the country had literally dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
Like, that was going to be a deadly turning point.
If he actually got
For
killed,
sure.
dude.
If he would have gotten killed, that
He
would
would
have
have gotten
been
killed. The fact that he didn't get killed, it ended up muting it a little bit. And then the fact that we didn't live through it, but we've had lots of presidents have been shot at.
Yeah.
Reagan was shot at right before we were born. JFK, way back in the day, there's been probably a dozen or so, attempts.
But we're living.
But Charlie Kirk was not a presidential candidate. Charlie Kirk was this, like how we just explained.
Yeah.
There's a speaker.
Is this guy that was trying to, do what he believed in, and he wasn't a candidate.
Elevate the discussion.
Right.
Trying to.
So him getting killed was it just made me feel so terrible.
He was making people think.
It made
Yeah.
me feel. I just feel like the people who are happy about it just aren't super intellectually curious and don't want to be curious because it will
It was
probably change how they think about things and how the world is. And so it's like we need to shut this thing up. It's hurting my ears. I gotta shut it up.
Literally, like free thought got murdered, and people are cheering about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. It's disturbing. It's disturbing for a number of reasons. And I don't know. See, now I want to get emotional.
yeah. Keep your tears.
All right, yeah, I'll keep my tears. But it is sad. It's insanely sad. It's devastating, and I think it's another.
Sad, yeah.
It is crazy. It's because we're recording this on 9/11. He died 9/10, and what is this? The 24th anniversary of 9/11.
Yeah.
I mean that did change everything. Again, we have been through these massive shifts. So yeah, we haven't been through any wars. We just keep going through these massive cultural shifts where it's like, what the fuck is going on? And it's gotta.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think this is the beginning of a bad part where some shit's gonna happen before it kind of settles out.
Yeah, it's gonna get really violent pretty soon here.
Yeah, but we're not gonna engage in that, right?
I mean, I'm not.
We might get thrown into.
If it comes to my doorstep, I'll have to, right?
I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Let's
saying.
hope it doesn't.
If it's like
I
some
hope it
Red
doesn't
Dawn
too.
shit,
I hope
I
it
might
does.
have to grab a gun. But it does, in a weird way, it makes me feel deeply patriotic. In another way, it makes me deeply sad, right? And that's the other thing. This might be a nice little area to close it on. I don't know if anybody has any extra thoughts, but I was going to share something.
Yeah, what do you got?
The thing that I liked about Charlie Kirk was that, you know, when I was like 14, 15, 16, Daniel can attest to this, I was not up on America at all, right? I was pretty down on it. I didn't really care about it. I was kind of blasé, right?
Sure.
I don't fucking care. I knew I wasn't an anarchist, but I was like, what is America so great about?
Yeah.
Like, what? Who cares about it, right? And my grandma constantly would say, you have no idea how lucky you are, right? And you just need to really think about what these stars and stripes mean. She would say that to me all the time. She was very patriotic.
No.
And she would just say little things like that. She wouldn't attack me or anything like that. She would just say, you know, have you ever read the Constitution?
Yeah.
You know, do you actually know what it means? Things like that. And these gentle little ways that the older I got, I started realizing what she was talking about. And it made me more patriotic. And it was in that vein that I thought that Charlie Kirk was doing the same thing. He was taking a lot of kids that had been told to hate the country and whatever, and he was saying, well, slow down. Let's rethink this.
Yeah.
It's not so bad to be an American, right?
Yeah.
And like, no, there are things you can be proud about, right? And in that same gentle nudge that my grandmother gave me, I feel like he was given to an entire generation of young people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just being fed like nihilism. And like he
Yeah,
was
just
gonna,
feeding. Yeah, great way to say that. Yep.
Yeah.
Pure and utter nihilism. We're living
he
for
was
nothing.
kind of saying, hey, this doesn't have to be the only path, you know, and he was nudging the youth in a more
be
positive
optimistic.
direction. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
so
he's gone.
I don't know. And that's so well, anyway, I prayed a million times for his wife and his kids, and I don't feel like I need to pray for his soul because I know he's already there. Like, I mean, if he's not getting in, I'm
Holy
we're all fucked.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact he got in, and I did pray for his soul. And if you haven't, maybe you should, and think about that. And if you have kids, go home and love your kids. And I think we need to teach our kids to be bold, and smart, but bold, right? There's a difference between being reckless and stupid and loudmouth, like like Daniel.
Know what you're talking about.
Definitely not me.
No, you're saying it. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Let's
but
teach our kids to be knowledgeable, but also don't back down to fear.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're allowed to free. That's why we're here. That's why America exists.
And just because you don't
we can
have
say
kids,
we can disagree. That's what it's all about.
yeah.
Well, I've almost had. I can't say that.
But just because he almost had some. No, just because you don't have kids, Noah, like my kids, I can tell you already look up to you,
That's really nice.
right?
I don't know what they're looking up to, but that is nice.
Well, I know. They actually kind of look down on you because you're a little bit shorter than one of them. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm 5'11". I'm not.
No. But my kids do look up to you, right? And I don't know who's in your family or whatnot, but like, you know, you in your life, be aware of the situation that people are around you that are looking up to you, and that you can be a beacon of light for them too. You know, and so I guess that's the moral of the story. We all need to take stock of where we are in our lives and
see what good we can do for the next generation.
Yeah.
Or your current generation.
Pass this
You're
stuff
still a
down.
young man.
Yeah. I'm trying, man.
Yeah, fuck the liberal crazy out of some of these bitches.
I try.
Porker.
Oh, well, I keep slamming this. So that was kind of funny.
That was very
That was
serendipitous.
good. That was good. Oh man. Let's let that be the final note. Let's fuck. What did you say? Let's
Fuck the liberal crazy out of some of these bitches.
Yeah, let's do
Is
that.
that what I said?
Let's do that.
And then Nick Cage said this fat puck for.
You fat puck fuck.
Yeah, no,
porkers.
you might have
Yeah.
to fuck some of the
They
fat
are fat
porkers,
fuck
too.
porkers, some of them.
Yeah.
There's a few.
Just grab
But
by
you
that
take the
little
hit.
septum piercing and say, come here, bitch. Come here.
You take it, yeah. Take it
You
for all
take
of us.
it
I'm
and
gonna
take
fucking
all
tell
their
you what's good.
diseases.
Dude, I'll be the one to take the disease for everyone. Good lord.
Oh,
See, this
man.
is not what Charlie Kirk would say to do.
That's not what he would say. We need another Charlie Kirk.
Yeah. But we can all be an inspiration for somebody that we know. And I
can
think
try.
that's a good place to end it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for now. Follow me on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, blah, 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 X. Follow Daniel. Daniel, you're on Instagram again?
No.
You can follow him.
I have an Instagram.
I saw you followed the podcast, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he is on there. If you
I-
want to follow
I-
him,
I
he
just-
probably will ignore you.
I just signed in just to do that. I've
Search
never
around.
posted on Instagram. Yeah.
Search.
Follow Noah. Noah, give out your hand.
Noah_Winham.
I'm just trying to boost the numbers.
Do you have your Hinge account?
No.
Are you on Hinge?
I am on Hinge. If you find me,
Well,
good
ladies,
for you.
he's not a jihadist. He is a Minecrafter, which I want to talk about on a different
Yeah,
podcast.
we will talk about that. Yeah.
And hold your loved ones close. Be thankful for the country you're in. And God bless you, Charlie Kirk.